With areas of support and resistance, it's important to understand that one can become the other. So what is previously support can turn into resistance. This example here shows a graphic of the market finding support. Price bounces off of this level, breaks through that area of support, but then comes back to test it as resistance. It finds this price or right close to the price and comes back and bounces off of that level. So once this level is established, it can work for both support and resistance. Now this is an example of support turning into resistance, and this is an example of resistance turning into support. Price gets up to a level, gets rejected, and that forms an area of resistance. The market moves, breaks through that level, but then comes back down to do what they call testing. It tests this level and then bounces off of it. So what was resistance turns into support. So these areas are very important for us to look for when we are planning a trade. What was resistance can stay resistance, what was support can stay as support, but also what was resistance can turn into support, and what was support can turn into resistance. So let's take a look at this on an actual chart. This is, at the time of this video, the current US dollar Japanese yen. So this is the 4-hour time frame, and we can see that there's a channel going here. There is a market that's moving up. But what's really interesting about this is as this market is bouncing along, it is forming areas of resistance and areas of support. Resistance, support, resistance, support. Now, if I take a horizontal line and I draw it at this area of resistance, we can see that price breaks through it and uses it as support. And again, if I move it to the next area of resistance, it breaks through and uses it as support. And one more time, area of resistance, market breaks through and uses it as support. So these areas are really important to our trading. Resistance can turn into support, and support can turn into resistance.